guys, welcome back. It's Diane Hockman with the MLM X Factor. You know, I was just poking through this manual here. It's from my good friend and colleague Joe Schroeder. It's his, here, let me show it to you. Let me open up get the plastic off. It's part of his Warrior's Nest package, and it's called the Cowboy Code, and there's Joe. And, you know, it's a profound manual. It has a lot of, you know, how-to stuff, but it has a lot of thought process stuff. And I wanted to read you something, and I really want you to think on this. If you're studying the MLM X Factor and what it is that these big guys have, this is it. So listen, pay attention. Be like water making its way through cracks. Do not be assertive, but adjust to the object, and you shall find a way around or through it. If nothing within you stays rigid, outward things will disclose themselves. Empty your mind, be formless, shapeless like water. If you put water into a cup, it becomes the cup. If you put water into a bottle, it becomes the bottle. If you put it in a teapot, it becomes the teapot. Now, water can flow or it can crash. Be water, my friend. And that's a quote from Bruce Lee, the famous martial artist. When you think about it, isn't that really what all the guys and gals that have the X Factor do? Every time they come across a person, they adjust to meet the person. If the person comes up and is skeptical, they adjust to meet the guy in his skepticism. If the person is very willing and open, they adjust to that person. That's a big part of the magic of their communication skills. You know, a lot of us are looking for the magic script and the magic tool and the magic system, but really you're looking for the magic communication and the comfort within your own skin. That's what's going to get you where to go. And if you start thinking like that every time you meet a person, how can you adjust to assist them? Where are they in their network marketing career if you're looking to recruit someone? Are they just getting started? Are they fearful? It's a big one, guys. A lot of people are scared. Are they fearful because they maybe had a bad experience before and they're needing to trust? Are they aggressive? So I come across a lot of people that are very aggressive with me, like they're trying to control things, you know, like they're in charge. Okay, how do you deal with a guy like that? How do you deal with you know, a person that's kind of caught in their own drama and saga? You see a lot of those. You know, they have, I'm broke, I'm this, I'm that, my left arm fell off. You know, how do you deal with those people? Do you even deal with them? I mean, really, if you've started approaching your business today and you picked up 2 things tonight just from this little video, 2 things. 1, every single day, start out as if you have 100 personally enrolled. How would you walk, how would you talk, and how would you act if you had 100 people that you had personally enrolled? What would you put up with? What wouldn't you put up with? Would you beg? Wouldn't you beg? Would you, you know, would you call somebody back 4 times, or would you only talk to them once? How would you act? If you start acting that way today, a lot of things will change. And then that quote I just read you keep in your mind, be like water. There is no one way to talk to every person, because every person is very different. Observe a master if you can at a meeting, preferably at a meeting if you can. If you don't go to meetings, observe them on a conference call. If you get to listen to a master greet a call and greet all the people coming on the line, you'll see how they switch and change and move and ebb and flow for each individual person, depending on who they are, how involved they are in the community or in the downline. Are they new? Are they old? Are they somebody who's been a looky-loo for a long time? They move. They're like water flowing. And then the last thing, remember, it said at the end of the quote, now water can flow or it can crash. What are you willing to put up with? If you have 100 front line, sometimes you need to crash. Boom. Sometimes you need to flow easy. And sometimes, after you start learning all this, you realize that sometimes when you're inclined to crash is when you need to flow. And when you're inclined to flow is when you need to crash. So start the day in your mind. I have 100 personally enrolled. Who am I and how do I behave? And think like water. This has been the MLM X Factor. This is Diane Hockman. Hey, visit my site, come down to one of my calls. Even if you're not interested in what I do, the coaching, training, the tools that we have available, why don't you just come observe? Kind of like a stand back as if you're observing a master teacher or something like that, and see what you can pick up. See if you can identify and start to put your finger on some of these things we're talking about in this series. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care.